Things took a turn for the worse. That part's broken. Ooh! Welcome back to the Eastman Garage. If you saw my last video, you saw that we got a flat tire on the Jeep at the dunes. But, good news, we've got some new tires. Let's get these puppies on. We're working on the Jeep again today. We're doing some simple-ish tasks. Last trip I thought it'd be a good idea to put the child locks on the door that doesn't open from the outside. Then proceeded to try to rip the door panel off from the inside to get the door back open at the dunes. Anyways, broke some plastic clips. We're gonna replace those today. They're probably broken again. And we're putting some speakers in because the back speakers sounded terrible and were cutting out. So whoever sat in the back was not having a good time. Let's get to it. I've already got this door panel off. You can see one of the clips broken right there. So we're just gonna replace those. 1, 2. Done with that. Got the new one installed. I did not do the second one because that one still functions and I need to redo this whole headliner anyways. All right, so I decided that I want to cage this thing as soon as possible. So the first step on caging it is to pull this headliner out and redo it because it looks terrible. And if my cage is gonna go right up in here, then this needs to be nice. So we got all the plastic and metal clips off. We got the sunroof out. And I think we're about ready to pull this thing off so I can redo it. I've never done one of these before, but we'll see how it goes. Got the headliner out. Looks pretty dang clean inside. So I've got some cheap polyurethane bump stops that I was gonna try to make work. And start taking off the rear. That's completely blown out. And I was like, you know, I don't really want to weld them straight over where the bolts go. So maybe I'll try to make a plate. I was kind of debating on what to do. Took the first bolt out and it's right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and weld over top of those. Got all the bump stops on. All right, continuing on the headliner project. I'm gonna flip it over, take all this excess off, the original fabric that's falling off anyways. And then we got some foam to put on there. And I got another fabric that's like a vinyl. So let's see how that goes. Got the foam down. It's not perfect at all. And then this is the vinyl fabric that we're gonna be using. It's pretty nice. Got the fabric installed. It's good enough. Headliner's done. Looks pretty good. Got everything cut out. These are all just cutouts. And I'm not going to install this back in the Jeep yet until after this upcoming cinder trip, because right after the cinder trip, I'm going to be caging this thing and I want to tie it to the body. So I don't want to put the headliner in and then have to take it back out to do the cage. So headliner's going to wait. Things took a turn for the worse. Went off-roading the other night, kind of just to test this thing out and go have a little fun on the night ride, and put it in four-wheel drive and I heard a terrible sound coming from the T-case. It was a little squeaking at first, and then I took it out of four-wheel drive, put it back in two-wheel drive for the rest of the trip, and then got home, checked it out, and it's more of a grinding sound now. So we are having a little fun. New transmission jack. And we're gonna pull the T-case out and get it rebuilt. I surely do not have enough time to do that before the trip, so I'm gonna go take it to someone and have it rebuilt. And we'll slap it back in. And just like that, the guy who's gonna rebuild the T-case rebuilt the T-case, and we got it back. Super cool dude. If you're local to Phoenix, Arizona, anywhere really, hit this dude up. I'll put his contact info down in the description. Looks phenomenal. Look at that thing. Beautiful, beautiful job he did. Only thing left to do now is get this thing back installed. And while I get this T-case installed, we're also waiting for some rebuild parts for that front drive shaft. It's currently 1:30 in the morning, and I just finished installing the T-case and drive shafts with all the new U-joints and everything. It's been a long night, but I'm going to test this thing in the morning. New U-joints on the front and rear drive shafts. We're all loaded up, ready to head to the Cinders. Let's go. Made it out to the Cinders. Everything went smooth on the drive, and then got out here, took the Jeep for a little test drive, and had some issues. The torque converter felt like it was slipping, but I think it was an electrical issue. So we got underneath there, and I found 2 wires that go to the transmission output speed sensor, and they were touching together. So I electrical taped those apart, and then I found a blown fuse that was for the SKIM, which is like some keyed access deal, which probably makes sense because no headliner. So I'm just gonna double check, make sure that no wires are touching in there. And then seemed like it fixed, so we're gonna go take it for another test drive and see what happens. It was like,
I think you hit right perfectly on the bad spot.
oh, I gotta go way faster.
Yeah, I think you hit right on the bad spot. Yeah, go, that's what I was saying. Like, go like 10 or 15 faster.
Okay, I gotta go a little bit faster. Yeah.
Right?
That was a good one.
That was your bump stop, right? Oh, wait. Well, I thought you blew your tire out, but you didn't. Oh, no. It's already had that dent, right?
It kind of feels like it's doing that thing again.
What?
You're like right on the crest of it.
Something up?
I think it's doing that thing again.
You what?
I think you're right on the crest. You're right on the crest of it, like right on the.
I know. I was coming up to it, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going fast enough.
Come on, let's go.
I'm gonna say that part's broken. Oh, yep.
Did that come off when you jumped?
Yeah.
That was a hard landing. Is that your dash?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, 'cause I think over here, that's like the crater.
Where?
I think like right on the side of these trees, it just like drops into a huge crater.
So how do I get over there?
I think if you try to take this left up, but I don't know if that's going to be too much.
We'll see.
Or you can come this way all the way around, and it's like an easier way up, I think. Yeah, that you might be able. Try it.
What am I way to find out.
Oh, you got traction for days. Keep it going. There you go. Now you got some traction rocks. Oh, nice. Look at that. Right there.
Crap. This?
Yeah.
Around? To the right?
Just on that rock, I guess. Looks like somebody moved it. Looks moved.
How much clearance I got?
I mean, you're not going to hit it right now, but it's going to be inevitable. You're going to have to pivot off of it. Alright, you're about to hit it.
Oh.
Yeah.
The sound of wheel
That's the sound of
scrapage.
aluminum being ripped away by volcanoes. That's a good jump right there.
What did I say?
Right off
jump right here?
Right off the tree.
Right between the trees?
The thing is, if you don't spot the landing, it's going to be your awesome no matter what. Oh, jeez.
Oh, I feel like we should jump that.
Do it. I think we came off the ground a little bit.
I think we got about an inch of air.
Yeah.
Saved it.
He's going right on top of it. He doesn't have a Sentry.
All right, we just went up this hill to go watch the sunset, but unfortunately, my Jeep had other plans for us. And the axle seal let go. So brought it back, put it on the trailer. It's done for the weekend, but luckily it's the last day, so everything worked out pretty good. All right, we made it another trip. We're all loaded up, ready to head home. We'll get home and do a little damage assessment on the Jeep and talk about what needs to be fixed before the next trip. See you there. We are back home now. Gonna do a little status update on the Jeep. I have started to take it apart. You can see one tire's off, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But obviously I showed that axle seal is leaking on this side over here. Couple other things. That doesn't work anymore. So must have just broke inside. This dash completely broke off. That's cool. I guess I didn't need a dash anyways. But as I start pulling this side of the wheel off, that little lug nut decided to just seize on there, and there's metal flakes in there, and now it won't come off. So I gotta get the grinder out. A lot of fun. Got it. A little shredded. Gonna have to do another stud now. It didn't really get too damaged, really, for how hard I sent it. I was planning on coming back and putting these shocks on right here. But, you know, I think I'm just gonna start building the other one. So, stay tuned for that.